Well, today's Boxing Day, so the first thing I wanted to do today was to wish everybody a wonderful Christmas. I hope you had a fantastic time and enjoyed the day with your family, and it was peaceful and healthy, and you had created great memories. I'm sure all of our thoughts are with the people in Ukraine at the moment who are going through a horrible time and can't enjoy the peace that we are all very fortunate to have. So I hope you enjoy the walk today and the route we're going on, and wish you a very healthy, successful 2023. Well, good morning, you're all very welcome, and today we're at Durlston Country Park, heading along the coast path towards Dancing Ledge. It's the 26th of December, Boxing Day, 2022, so you're very welcome to come along. And as you can see, it's a beautiful bright day. The weather forecast for the next few days is pretty horrible, so took the opportunity to come out and walk off some of the huge amounts of food we ate yesterday. Had a lovely time, and now it's the time to come out and see a bit of the countryside. And it's a glorious place. Not many people about because of course it is Boxing Day, but we're going to head in the general direction, say, of Dancing Ledge. We probably won't get there, but we're just going to try and do a circular walk. Gonna, as always, follow my nose a little bit and take you along the way, and hope you enjoy it. So come along, let's see what we can find today. Okay, so let's do a little bit of orientation. So I'm looking directly out into the sea right now, across the English Channel, and to the east, we'll move this way, looking back in toward Swanage, and down there you can see the Durlston Head Lighthouse, and then right back, heading back towards the car park. We've done about 3/4 of a mile since the country park car park. And in the distance there, you should be able to see, it's a lovely clear day, the Isle of Wight. It's just over there. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit. You can see the cliffs of the Isle of Wight over there. And we've just been walking across this ground, which is old mining ground. You can see all the spoil hills and the sort of places where they've actually dug into the ground and mined the perfect stone. And down there is the actual direct coast path. We're running parallel to the coast path, so I'm a couple hundred yards above it. And then we move around to the west, and what we're looking at there in the distance, and again we've walked there before, is St Aldham's Head. You can just see the Coast Guard cottages right at the top there, and again you can see the outline of the old quarry where we've been before around Winspit and Seacombe Cliffs all over there. Can't see it, but somewhere in the distance there is Dancing Ledge, which is the general direction we're headed. Over this way, heading inland, heading towards Langdon Travers, and we did a walk to Dancing Ledge from there a few weeks back from Spyway. And if you remember, we had the Priest Way on part of that walk, and that Priest Way starts over there and it comes all the way along the back there and drops down into Swanage over there. And of course Swanage is out of sight, but Swanage is basically just over there. So we are really fortunate to have this beautiful day. It's not warm, it looks warm, but it's not warm. It's been about 11 degrees over the last few days, but today it's only about 5 degrees, and with the wind probably 2 or 3, so it's quite chilly. So you need to keep moving. But it is gorgeous out here. As I said, not many people out today, and we're just going to follow our noses a bit and see how far we get, see what the mood takes us, and then take you along for the ride. So we just walked another mile, and the path is divided between what they call the upper path, the one that runs parallel to the coast path, and the one that goes up towards the Priest Way, which is up there. You can just see some people up there if you look carefully. So we're now walking, if you look, along the middle of the hill, well walked path, and You've got some, well, I think there's some relics from the war, which is part of the radio direction work they did over here to develop radar. We talked about that when we went to St Albans back last summer. Sorry for the wind noise if you can hear it. It's I have got a microphone on my lapel. It's not blowing strong, but you are quite exposed here. And as I was saying, it's not exactly a warm wind, it's a pretty ice wind, so you don't want to be hanging around too much. So we'll carry on walking along here. Then when I get towards the I don't know, towards Durlston Ledge, I need to decide whether I'm going to turn right up to the Priest Way or left down to the coast path. So I think we'll see how we feel when we get there. Hello. Guess who I've met? Rather lovely. Herd of cows minding their own business. And unfortunately I've used this path a lot, so it's extremely muddy, as you can see. So we've just reached this marker post, coast path, Durlston Ledge 3/4. And this is what we've done. We have now actually joined up with the coast path, so onwards and upwards. Well, where to go next has been somewhat decided for us, because this path has almost become unpassable. It is just so muddy. I just warned some people coming the other way that this actually is a better bit, but what you've got is a single path used by cattle, pouring of rain over the last few days, and it's literally just a quagmire. So I'm going to get to the point whereby the path divides and head up towards the Priest Way. And in fact, this has now actually joined the coast path, so it's tracked heavily by people and by animals. So yeah, I think it'd be nice to get out of this, because it's blooming hard going and my boots are a mess. Upwards and onwards, that's why I love this sort of thing. Well, I think and hope we're out of the mud now. That was horrendous, really horrendous. Anyway, look what we've been rewarded with. That's that beautiful view of the coastline going right round towards St Albans. Just down there is Durlston Ledge, and we're going to carry on walking along here, and hopefully we'll pick up the track that goes up towards the Priest Way, which will be, one hopes, a little bit drier than this. But isn't that beautiful? Let's just have a quick meander around into that lovely winter sun. And yeah, through there is yeah, you can just see the people trying to make their way through. Yeah, not good. Not good at all. I just need to clean my shoes up before I go any further. It's like carrying an extra 2 pounds weight on each foot at the moment. Wow. So I've reached for me what is the crossroads. We're probably about, just about an eighth of a mile, if that, from Durlston Ledge. It's literally just over there to my right. But this is the track, just the coast path down there. I've come from the upper path, which is up there, and all the mud. And so you follow the coast path down, it eventually goes along and rejoins where I just come from, so you can't escape the mud. Anyway, this is a track that leads us back up into the high ground and up towards the Priest Way, where we turn right. I don't think it's too far, but all uphill. So let's get going. Well, those of you that have watched the Durlston Ledge walk should recognise this, because this is the path down from Spyway. I've just done a bit of orienteering over that gate, and so we're going back very much the inland path. Skips the mud, and that's the sort of visitor centre at Spyway up there, and the houses. We're just going to wander up here and turn right onto the Priest Way, and that should start to take us back towards Swanage. I'm not quite sure of the final bit of the route yet, but it'll be very well signposted whatever we do. But it's a lovely day. It's not too cold. It's warmed up in fact a bit in the last hour. Despite the mud and heater both dry, which is good. And by doing this walk, we've joined up some other walks we've done to the further west of this one, which would be nice. So we'll then go further west and do some walks towards the lower west and down that way. So let's walk up here and we'll join it again when we reach the Priest Way. Okay, so there's a little bit of Travers over there, and now we've got the inland view now. There's the bridge line, bearing down, and we'll go back towards the Wolf Castle. And as we walk onto the main Priest Way, and you might be able to hear some children, some barking. That's because the Byway car park is obviously very full. But now we're onto a decent, unmuddy track, and now we can see a completely different view of this bit of the coastline and Purbeck Hills. So there we are. We've got the Swanage there, nestling down in the valley. Here you've got the coastline that goes round to Studland and Old Harrier Rocks. In the far distance on the coast, you can just see the coastline of Poole Bay. You're looking towards Hengistbury Head and Bournemouth, and to the right, just pick out the Isle of Wight and the cliffs of the Isle of Wight there. Yeah, stunning, absolutely stunning. Nice to be walking on some nice ground for a change. Well, in the distance, in fantastic contrast, is the cliffs of the Isle of Wight. That's be the Needles you can see in the distance there. Isn't that great? So yeah, this track takes us back into Swanage. I'm not quite sure how we get into the Durlston exactly, but it'll become blatantly obvious when I get up to that point. But this has been a lovely little walk, and given the fact there's 30-mile-an-hour winds tomorrow and therefore driving rain, definitely the day to be out, not tomorrow. So we'll get a bit further down here, then we'll pick it up again. There's Swanage, looking delightful in the winter sun. Glorious day for a walk. Meeting quite a few people now because this is a well-known path and a lot easier walking along the coast. And we're probably about a mile away from the car park now, I think. Not quite sure where this joins up, but it's either going to be on the car park or very close to it. So we'll pick up again when we get towards the car. This is the final uphill path back towards Durlston. Just gone off the Priest Way. Over that little hill there is the sea again. And here's the panorama. Just to orientate ourselves one last time. There we are, we're looking towards the hills. Fantastic view. And we can see Corfe Castle there in between the hills, settling down, then going to our right, heading towards Swanage again. So, and a beautiful Dorset countryside, Purbeck view. So lovely, people. We've now joined the coast path, heading back towards Durlston. Yeah, I remember this earlier view. There's the radio masts. A couple of people down there on the path. A couple of people here running. So hopefully about a mile back to the car. So yeah, never stops giving. Okay, so that's the lighthouse again. Been through a little more mud, definitely a walk that keeps on giving, and we're just heading into the back end of Durlston Country Park now. So I think we're going to find even some mud to the bitter end. But what a wonderful day and wonderful walk. And by the time we get back to the car, I think it's going to be about 6 miles, possibly a bit more, but either way I'll measure the walk when I get back, and I'll put a caption on as to how many miles it actually is at the beginning of the video, and then everyone can make their own choices. Clearly today the going has been pretty hard, at least the first part, but this is what you get as a reward. Well, back at the visitor centre, lovely walk, and thanks so much for joining me today for the walk. And just like to sign off by saying once again, Happy New Year, have a great one, and see you soon for the next one. Bye for now. So here's a brief map of the walk. We started over here at Durlston Country Park, walked along down this path down here, then followed this sort of upper path that followed the coast all along, came down here to join the coast path, came along down here, and then really up away from all the mud, up towards Spyway. We had to come across a field to join the Spyway path, went through the little houses around Spyway, then we walked off to the right and joined the Priestway, and we followed the Priestway all along here, all along until almost go no further. I didn't head on towards the Town's End Nature Reserve. I came straight back down to the coast, then rejoined the path on the coast, and went all along back to the to the car park just here. So all told about 6 miles, and I'm feeling a little bit longer than that with all the mud on the first part. And anyway, hope you enjoyed it.